Good morning, Artist Skincare. Saturday morning, it's my relaxed day, and I just had a few things on my mind, so I just wanted to check in with friends who were up and on Instagram this morning. If you'd like to join me for a cup of tea, this morning I'm drinking my Chinese herbs. They smell really good, but they taste really bitter. So I'm developing a taste for them. I'm taking Chinese herbs to help with my menopause. I'm going on 58. I'm still experiencing hot flashes. It's just frustrating. So we're working on that. I'm coming at you today with just thoughts on my mind after doing consultations for the week and hearing from different people and just kind of finding out what's going on for everyone out there. And I've had a lot of comments about what do I do if my skin is just not staying glowing and moist throughout the day. And that's a really complex question. Some people, with your natural thought would be to just go grab another moisturizer, get a heavier moisturizer, thicker moisturizer. And sometimes that's needed, but many times when you grab that thicker, heavier moisturizer, you're then occluding your skin so that it can't breathe. And then you are also stopping the natural exfoliation process. And so you get this buildup of that dull, dry skin on the surface. And even then that moisturizer is just compounding it. No moisturizers can get through that barrier. No good moisturizers happening. So maybe you put on your moisturizer in the morning, and while it's damp on your skin for the first hour, it looks great. And then you find that halfway through the day, your skin is looking tight, dry. There's little lines. When you go like this, you'll see little dehydration lines on the skin. And that's not what we want. So I want to just do a real quick video this morning and just talk about that. First of all, I want to qualify that plump, moist, juicy skin is what we all want. And even for our acne clients, that's our ultimate goal. But if you're one of our acne clients, in the beginning, until you are absolutely clear, we're not after that glowy, dewy, moist look. I'm sorry to say, there are some things that we can do to keep the skin moist during the process, but really in order to heal your acne the fastest, we need you to be dry and even a little bit flaky. And I know it's no fun. In fact, our high school students struggle the most. The girls in high school, if their skin is getting dry and flaky, they stop doing their routine because they can't put their makeup on, they feel miserable, and they heal the slowest. The guys in high school, on the other hand, they don't care if their skin is flaky and dry. The worst thing we have with them is not putting on their sunscreen so they're not getting sunburned on top of it. But the guys clear up faster, even though the guys may have more acne going on due to their hormones. So if you're an acne client in search of that moist, glowing skin, know that it's in the future. But right now, in order to heal your skin, we want you to be dry. So, however, if you're not in that acne crowd, or your skin is now clear, but you're still just noticing halfway through the day, you're losing that plump, beautiful glow that you want, there's a few things that you can do. So, and this is probably different than anything you would think to do, but maybe you've thought of it. But the number one is to cut out all acids from your routine. If you're using an acid toner, if you're using acid serums, AHA serums, stuff like that, cut those out of your routine for a little while. See what happens with that. Instead of getting your acid in your toner or in a serum, get a cleanser that just has lactic acid in it. Lactic is a great exfoliator, but it's also hydrating. So you're going to get hydration and you're going to get that exfoliation that you need. So switch over to a lactic acid based cleanser is the number one thing. Number one, eliminate all other acids and retinols for now and just focus in on plumping the skin and bringing that skin barrier back into a healthy balance so it stays glowing all day. So you're going to eliminate those acids and retinols. You're going to choose a cleanser that either has no acids in it or has lactic acid in it. Number 2 is you're going to add an enzyme to your daily routine. After cleansing, you'll use an enzyme, and what that enzyme does is, even for the most flaky, dry skin, is that enzyme digests away those flakes on the surface of the skin so that the moisturizers and everything can penetrate through that, and we can begin to bring your skin to homeostasis. So, examples of an enzyme, if you're super sensitive, it would be like Rhonda, Allison, Derma Peel. Massaging that into your skin every day. And that's a really interesting product. I'll definitely do a video for you guys on that in the near future, because you put about a nickel-sized amount on dry hands, massage it into dry skin, and keep massaging. At first it feels really kind of thick, and then it gets very watery as the enzymes get activated, and then it starts getting really gritty kind of feeling as it's picking up skin cells and lifting all that off. That is the perfect enzyme for those sensitive skin types, rosacea skin types. It's acne safe, so even acne clients can use it. For a more normal skin type, you're going to want to grab that Holly Frog Sunapee C. It's a powder enzyme, and you use it as a second cleanse. Or if you're more on that oilier side, a normal to oily, combo oily side of it, then check out Dr. Este's Enzyme Pure Skin or something. I don't have the name exactly in my head right now, but the Dr. Esthe Enzyme Powder Cleanser. That one is probably of those 3, that one's going to be the best for those people who have a little more oil in their pores. So we've had change your cleanser up, add an enzyme to your daily routine. Number 3 is add a hyaluronic serum. Now, the very best hyaluronic serum that I've found so far in the whole world is that Dr. Esthe Hyal Moisture Ampoule. When you put that on, you almost feel like you don't need to put a moisturizer on top. It's got multi-weights of hyaluronic acid in it, so it penetrates and it sits on the surface, and it just really pulls moisture and holds moisture onto the skin. It also has rose water in it, which is also very hydrating. So those are kind of where I would start, and then put on your regular moisturizer and so forth. If you're doing those things and you're still getting dry or getting dehydrated halfway through the day and you're not glowing and moist, that's when you want to think about changing up your moisturizer. So here's a couple things to think about. If you are in a rugged environment, if you're in Texas right now, or you're anywhere where there's extreme weather, or you are working outdoors all the time, that's when you want to grab probably Dr. Esthe's Dual Barrier Lotion. That's that moisturizer that really protects our skin from those environmental stressors. The other moisturizer that I love for everyone else, check out, is Dr. Esthe's Barrier Repair. Now, the neat thing about both, actually it's Barrier Renewal. The neat thing about both of these is that they are acne safe. And so, you know, a lot of dry skin people, they're thinking about putting on a really waxy, heavy moisturizer. But like I said, that's going to compound the issue in the long run. We still want to keep our skin producing its natural oils. We want to keep our skin breathing. And so both of those moisturizers, while they're a bit heavier, they're really focusing on protecting the barrier of the skin. They are acne safe, and they will let your skin breathe. The other thing that I add to that is that carry a mist with you. Keep a mist at your desk. The NeoGenesis Moisturizing Mist is an excellent choice for everybody. You can finish your whole, when you put on your makeup and everything, finish with a mist of that, and then have another bottle of it on your desk at work and mist throughout the day. If you're a healthy aging client and you're, the neighbor's starting up their noisy car. So if you are an anti-aging client and you're more up there, 50 and over, and you're seeing lines and wrinkles and whatnot, and menopausal dry skin, then check out Sculppla's H2 Stem Cell Mist. That is an excellent finishing mist, and you can keep that on your desk and spritz with it, and it also just gives that skin that really beautiful glow, and it also has ingredients in it that are going to help keep plumping the skin, firming the skin throughout the day. So those are my tips for you as far as day to day, what to do to keep your skin moist and juicy and glowing through the entire day. Is there anyone on here who has a quick question for me before we get on to our Saturday fun? I'm gonna drink my tea and then I'm gonna work out with my husband, and then we're gonna go on a really long walk because I'm in Reading today and we have the first sunshine that they've had here in a little while. So I'm gonna put my glasses on. I will, in the body message below this post, I will list some of those products and the, kind of the steps. Those glasses I can't see. Here we go. So I will list kind of those steps of which products that I'm talking about when I'm talking about a lactic acid cleanser and an enzyme second wash, and then the Hyaluronic Serum for juicy skin, and then the couple of moisturizers I mentioned, and the spritzes as well. So let's see if we have any questions this morning. Jessie, I see you are on here. You are on here every time, and I just love it. If you need a job, you just let me know. You're an esthetician. Also, you guys, if you hear my voice breaking up or some kind of interference, would you please message me that in the messages here, because I have been having a problem with my sound, and we're trying to narrow it down to if it's a microphone or if it's my phone. And I think it may be my new iPhone, and maybe it's defective and I need to send it in. So, if you hear any weird distortions or anything, please just jot a note on here and let me know you're hearing that. Okay, I don't see any questions. I see lots of waves, and it's wonderful. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I look forward to chatting with y'all again next week. And let me know in the comments after I post this if you found this to be helpful, and definitely leave any questions if you have questions about what I've talked about, or if you need help, maybe you've done all those things and you're still having this dry experience, then reach out to our live chat. Oh, one thing I did forget that I wanted to chat with you guys a little bit about is oils. A lot of people who think that they have really dry skin want to put an oil on their skin. And so what I want to tell you is that your skin is made up of water, large percentage of water. And putting an oil on it, while you could put an oil on at the very end to help hold all of that in, the oil is not going to give you that hydration that your skin needs to be plump and juicy. It's just going to give you a shine on the surface of the skin. And depending on the type of oil that you are applying, you could even compound the problem. If the oil is not safe for your pores, if it's going to clog your pores, coconut oil, shea butter a lot of times. Some shea butters are okay and some aren't, so it depends on how it's processed, but definitely all coconut oil is bad. And if you are applying those onto the skin, they're going to stop your skin from breathing, so your skin's going to produce even less oil, and then you're going to have a buildup of dry, dead skin cells on the surface, and it's going to be a really unhappy situation. I also wanted to give you some advice on having healthy, glowing skin that's not popular. So something that's not popular, 2 things that you can do that will completely transform your skin, the under eye area, the texture, the pigmentation, everything, is alcohol and coffee. Those are 2 things. If I could cut those out of everyone's diet, I would do that. Alcohol is a double whammy. Not only is it dehydrating you, giving you dark circles, but alcohol is also causing a lot of inflammation, which leads to the dark spots on your face. And it also contains a lot of sugar, which leads to glycation. And glycation is that kind of really callousy wrinkle buildup on the skin that you can see. It almost looks like petrified wood on your skin. That is glycation. And so alcohol is that #1 cause of glycation. And I'm with you guys. I love a fun cocktail when I'm out with family or friends. I love a glass of wine and the occasional beer, but I cut those out completely for the month of February. And I'm going to try and find some of my cover photos from January to show you the difference in my skin and just cutting out all alcohol, because I don't drink coffee. I can't handle caffeine. You wouldn't like me if you saw me on caffeine. I'm a crazy person. So, but the transformation in my skin of just 3 weeks being off any kind of alcohol in the week, during the week, has and even the weekend, just completely 100% off alcohol, and the change in my skin has been remarkable. My husband commented on it as well. I wanted to say, oh, it's just better cleansing, better products, but a big part of it is getting off that alcohol. I don't have the circles I was having under my eyes for a while, and my skin is much less dry. Yeah. So anyway, I'll get off that soapbox because, that's a decision you have to make for yourself. And, it goes without saying that smoking, it's going to be very hard to have any kind of glowing, plump, juicy skin if you're a smoker. Any kind of smoking of anything is going to really take its toll on your skin. So those are kind of the 3 vices that will destroy your skin. You could add with alcohol, sugar. If you're one of those sugar junkies and you like to eat a lot of white sugar, and processed foods, that will also cause that glycation on the skin and inflammation and lead to dark pigmentation and the callousy wrinkles. So healthy diet goes a long way. So if we could all just cut out coffee, alcohol, sugar, smoking, you guys wouldn't need me as much. But we'd all be healthier and we'll live longer. So that's kind of the unpopular advice to everyone on achieving that really plump, glowing, beautiful skin. So that is it for me today. I enjoy speaking with all of you. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I'll talk to you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.